Hi guys! So this is actually going to be a requested video of my TTC stash. And this, I have my stuff divided into 3 different type of sections. One is the supplements, and then I have a different box full of OPKs and charts and things like that. And then I have a separate hanging drawer full of just pregnancy tests. Now, I obviously don't take everything every month just because some of it would react with the Clomid or something like that. But one thing I do take every single month and every single day, actually, is the Vitafusion prenatals. And these are my favorite. They have the DHA and the omega-3 folic acid, and they're BPA free. And basically, that is, some of the containers they store the prenatals in have BPA in them, and that actually could cause birth defects, which I don't think there's that many cases, but just to be on the safe side, I really like it. And this is the only one I've found that does not make me nauseous, and they taste amazing. They taste just like a normal gummy bear, you guys. You just take 2 a day. There's 90 in here, so it's over a month's supply, and I think it's around $13. So it's not the cheapest prenatals, but I definitely think it's very reasonable. Another thing that I take every single cycle is the evening Permozole. This is my 2nd bottle of it, and I'm almost out. So I've ordered more of that. And basically, the day I end Clomid, I start taking 2 of these. This is the 1,000 milligrams. And I'll take 2 per day for 5 days, and then I'll take 3 a day up until 48 hours after a positive OPK. And this helps with fertile CM, or producing it, just because Clomid really does kind of dry you out down there. That is the only things I take guaranteed every single cycle, except, actually there's 2 more things. This, which I only take after ovulation, which is a progesterone cream, because I've had 1 miscarriage and I had low progesterone levels then, so my naturopath suggested taking this, and I have 3 jars of it. So if I do get pregnant, because if you start using this and then you get pregnant, you can't stop it, and you basically can't miss like any doses, or it puts you at a really high risk to miscarry. So I have 3 of those, just so I always know I have enough. And then some of the other things, this I actually do take usually every cycle. That is the royal jelly, and these are the soft gels. I know a lot of you have asked me what royal jelly is, and basically it helps produce better, bigger eggs. It helps make it easier for the sperm to penetrate the eggs, and it, especially if you've not got a large egg reserve, which I'm young, my eggs are fine. It's just, we were having problems, and she just recommends this to everyone. It also kind of helps balance your hormones a little bit, and we got pregnant in using the royal jelly, the mucinex, which I'll get to in a moment, the prenatals, Clomid, and the evening Permozole. Now, you're probably thinking mucinex, you know, that should not be used while TTCing. And you're kind of right. There are certain kinds of mucinex that you just cannot take while TTCing. They're really bad, and they can actually harm and make your down there area very unfriendly towards the sperm. But there is one, and how you tell, this is an off-brand of mucinex. It's around 1/3 of the price, and this is actually the one we were using when we conceived. What you have to look for is this really big G word, which I'll put in the link below. But this is the only active ingredient it can have. If it has anything else, you can't use it while TTCing, or you shouldn't. And that is one thing I really like, and it actually really does help. I don't know, it's just, it helped us, so I use the evening Primrosal, and then like 2 days before I think I'm going to be ovulating, I'll use the mucinex also, just to kind of maximize everything. One thing which we took the month we had a miscarriage, or right after we had a miscarriage, is the cod liver oil, which I have not taken since then. I can't even tell you what it did, but it helped. I believe it helped kind of clear things out and prepare us for TTCing again. So it just kind of cleansed things. And then I have backup prenatals in case I ever run out, which those actually do make me nauseous, so I have to take them at night with food. One thing that is not specifically TTCing related is the black cohosh, and this actually I use when I have my periods. My doctor doesn't really like Tylenol, mucinex, and things like that when you're TTCing. So this you basically break open. I put a little bit of massage oil in it, and usually I'll use 2, and just kind of rub it on my belly. Or you can take it by mouth. It just takes longer to work. And it works amazing. I have a low pain tolerance. I've been using that for around a year. But before then, I would probably down half a bottle of Midol when I got a cramp. I don't really like pain, which I know you're probably thinking, having a baby is going to be painful, but I definitely think it'll be worth it in the end. The next 2 things we used before we went to the fertility specialist when we were trying to do things on our own. And that is Vitex, which a lot of people like and have success stories for. And this kind of helps regulate your cycle and make you ovulate kind of normally, especially if you have like really abnormal cycles. That's supposed to help. And so is the maca, or maca, however you say it. And this, I believe you're supposed to take 3 per day when you're TTCing, and every day. And it really worked. I ovulated on both of them, so they were good. We just did not get pregnant while using them. So this is probably my favorite thing. And this has saved me when, because you can't take Clomid more than 6 consecutive cycles. So we try and break it up. I've took Clomid this month. Next month I will use this. And that is the soy isoflavones. This works basically like Clomid. It makes you ovulate. It basically mimics Clomid, except it's a natural choice. So if you want to go natural, this is what my naturopath actually recommended, and then the fertility specialist is the one that prescribed Clomid. Now, they work the same for me. This is a lot cheaper, and basically we kind of alternate 1 cycle Clomid, 1 cycle soy, and then we'll see, hopefully within a year we'll get pregnant again. But so far it's worked really well. I've ovulated every single cycle I've taken it. The Vitex and the maca, they took a few cycles to kick in, but the soy, it worked the very first cycle. And we actually took that. We were on vacation and I didn't have the Clomid with me. I wasn't expecting to get my period, so I ran to the store, and after reading a lot of stuff online, and I took that, and I wasn't expecting to ovulate with it, but I did. And I've took it a few cycles since then, and it's worked every single time. You don't have to wait a few months or a few weeks for it to kick in or anything. It'll work the very first cycle. Now, my least favorite thing, and this works for some people. I didn't notice a difference at all with it, and it's kind of expensive, but that is Fertile CM. I had 2 bottles, and I took all of the first one and then most of this one. So there's probably 15 left out of 90. So it didn't work for us. I actually really wouldn't recommend buying it. I think it was a waste of money. But that's just me personally. And that completes all of the supplements. And this is what I keep them in. It's a really big thing, I know. I just keep this under my sink and kind of take it as needed. I have a pill planner, or like a weekly thing, and I'll just kind of fill that up when I decide what I'm taking that cycle. Now, the next thing, this actually we got online. It is a microscope by Micro, and it basically lets you see the sperm. Now, it only comes with 1 bottle of diluted solution, but I went on their website, and you can actually use water, and it works the same. So you can get a lot of uses out of this. It only comes with 100 of the, well, only 100 of the glass cover strips, or slips, for the slides. But we've used that twice just to kind of see how things are improving. Like I said, he takes the Fertile Aid for men now, and then I've ordered the Count Boost. So hopefully in a few months, all that will be back to normal. He took a migraine med, and we didn't realize it affected fertility and sperm count. So his sperm count went down to, I think it's at 11 right now, and it should be around 20. Now, the first semen analysis we had, which was a year ago, I think it was like 26. So things were amazing then, and hopefully it'll get back up to that point. We just kind of have to wait and see. Now, the next thing, and I think it's really cute, I actually keep this in my closet, and it is full of OPKs and charts and, sorry about that, highlighters, basically everything. I keep my charts right on top. This is this month. That right there, that's when I ovulated. Anything yellow is what I call unsuccessful beating, which is when he doesn't finish. And then the little green with the little swimmers drawn in, that is successful beating. So we BD'd the 2 days before ovulation, the day before that, and then the day after, or the positive OPK. So we probably actually ovulated any of these 3 days right here. OPKs, you're never really certain. And then I also have charts for the basal thermometer temperature, which I actually haven't done this just because the weather was changing so much here lately the past 2 months. My charts were really crazy, so I just decided to stop until things kind of calm back down a little. So I will be charting my temps again next month. And in this box, oh, one thing, this is just the sperm check fertility, and I kind of drew on it just for fun. And this we actually bought just at Walgreens, and we're going to keep it, and in 2 months do another one to compare them. This one just has a really light second line. And then all my OPKs from this month. I used to tape them on a piece of paper, and I stopped doing that because it was really frustrating, and then the paper would rip or one would fall off. So now I just keep them in bags, and I keep them up to 3 months back. My cycle started on July 28th, so I really didn't take that many OPKs. There's a few cheapies, 2 of the Clear Blue Digital, and then a lot of the First Response. So I took 9 OPKs total. I've learned to kind of time the OPKs, where if I take one day and it's really light, I know I'm not going to ovulate the next day. So I'll actually not take one that very next day, and I'll start a new OPK the following day. So I kind of skip a day until I'm close to ovulation, and then I'll take 1 or 2 a day, just kind of depending on my cycle. But yeah, I have a lot of OPKs right now. I just ordered them. This is the First Response ovulation test. This is just a box of 7. I kind of use this as a backup to kind of confirm ovulation, usually. I just had a lot that were about to expire this month, so that's why I took so many. And then I have the Clear Blue Digital, which I actually did get a smiley face this month, you guys. And I'll just take this, you know, the day or two I think I might be ovulating, just to see if it'll give me a smiley face. I have a whole lot of the tests left, and then actually 2 readers because I had 2 boxes. So I think I have 18 sticks left. I'll just kind of use those. And then my favorite OPKs that I use daily now are the Bappy. And these I got off of Amazon. You can see I have a lot left. I think I got it in a pack of 50. But they're just a one-step LH test. They're really easy to use. You do have to wait a little bit longer. You have to wait 10 minutes for these. But I definitely think it's worth it. And a lot of people like these. And I do too. But they did kind of change. I'm not sure if it's even Wanfo anymore. It's marketed under Wanfo on Amazon, but I know I used to get them and it would actually say Wanfo. Now it's just kind of in a blue package. The one thing I do not like about this is I'd say probably 1 in 15 is a dud. But they're really cheap. They're cheapies, kind of to be expected. And actually, I have a whole lot of these. I just ordered 100 more. Well, that's what I'm showing you, is the 100 I ordered. And then I have the pregnancy test that was positive when we got pregnant. I just keep it around. And then I have the basal body temperature thermometer. And then for charting, I have the green highlighter, which, as you can see, he chewed on. That one right there. Yeah, he chewed on it. And then yellow for unsuccessful beating days. And then just a pin so I can draw the little stars, which I know it's kind of weird, but I think it makes the chart a little bit more fun. And then in here, I keep all of my soft cups, and I use those on my fertile days. I've got 3 months of birth control. We were actually on it. We took it, I'm not sure what the reasonings were. We actually ended up switching doctors because we didn't really like him. But it was supposed to help kind of regulate my cycles when I came off of it. It didn't work. And then I just store Prevera in here. And I take 1 a day for 10 days. And then if I don't get my period, I'll take 5 more. So this is basically like 3 months supply. That is back when I was having super long cycles and basically had to restart my cycle. And then I've got like 3 long Clomid in there. And I actually have to refill my Clomid prescription this month. So that is it for all of my OPK type stuff. I know I have a lot, and you definitely don't need this many. I've kind of ordered them over time and decided what I like, what I didn't like. I just kind of went from there. So the next thing is every TTCer, if you're anything like me, you go through pregnancy tests like crazy, especially the first few months. These are all of my pregnancy tests. And what I will do is usually I'll take a cheapie, which are these. And if that comes out negative, then I'll wait 2 days and take a more expensive one. Or if that comes out positive, then I'll check it. And this is what I was talking about. It actually says Wanfo. So I like those. But I can't find them anymore. So I have those cheapies. And then I have a dollar store brand, just one. And this is the cassette style. And then I ordered this off of Amazon. It's 25 of the cassette style ones. And I think I only have like 10 left of these. They're pouring out everywhere. But all of these, and then these. So it's really reasonable. They end up being less than $1 a piece. And they are marketed as the Wanfo ones, but it doesn't say Wanfo anywhere on them. So. And then I have a Equate one. This is supposed to be like the first response ones. I haven't taken any of these yet, but I do have those. And then I have the first response, and this is my favorite pregnancy test. I have a lot more than 3. I kind of combined all the boxes, so I have 10 in here. But yeah, they're super easy. They're really clear. They're more expensive, but I usually only use one of those per month. And then I have one of the EPT early pregnancy tests left. These are the easy to read ones. I have 2 of the Answer brand ones. And then I have the digital ones. And I also combined 2 boxes, so there are 6 in here instead of 5. And I like these, so you could, you know, see pregnant or not. They're not as sensitive as some of the other ones, but I mean, it says results 5 days sooner, so you can test before your period with these. But yeah, that is pretty much everything. If you guys have any questions or anything, I know this was a really long video, but yeah, that's it, you guys. So I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions or anything, just let me know. Bye, guys.